Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. David Savard has been the target of Habs fans' ire all season so far. So how do you feel about whether or not the Habs should trade Savard if they rebuild the team? I'll give you my opinion in this video, and let's get started right away. When the Montreal Canadiens signed free agent David Savard last offseason to a 4-year contract at, decent money, 3.5 million AAV. My initial thought was the term was like at least 1 year too long, but I was okay with it. I thought Savard would be a good replacement for Shea Weber on the physical and defensive side of the puck. I knew he had little offense to his game, but was a solid stay-at-home defenseman who had just won a cup with Tampa Bay and beaten Montreal pretty handily, with Savard having a hand in that beatdown. So I figured it was good to have him aboard. Holy shit, was I wrong. After a few seasons of being on a downswing in his play, Savard has just completely fallen off a cliff here in Montreal. So is that because the team sucks this season that he's fallen off so much? Or has his bad play been a factor in the Habs sucking so bad? I think certainly it's kind of a combination of the two. If Montreal does rebuild the team, does David Savard survive through it? Do you cut your losses and move him? Will you be able to move him at all at the deadline? Does he stay for his experience, Stanley Cup winner, maybe because he's a local French player? Or does he stay because he helps the team tank and get good draft picks to help the rebuild, like maybe getting Connor Bedard? I'm going to answer these questions for you once I get my pages apart. So let me know in the comment section what you think of my nonsense, or tell me your nonsense and how you feel about it. So I'm going to start with, is it because Montreal is so bad this season? So I think that's a contributing factor, but not enough for it to be the only reason. Either Coach Dom's system is so confusing that a veteran like Savard has no idea where to be on the ice, or Savard has simply forgotten how to play defense. I don't think it's either of those. Savard was never the fastest guy on the ice, and I think the game is getting too fast for him at 31 years old. He's getting caught out of position a lot, making up for it with bad plays that often lead to the puck ending up in the back of Montreal's net. He's in decline, I think, and the game is too fast for him on most nights. Now, not all nights, but on most nights, it looks like the game's just too fast for him. Should he stay because he has Stanley Cup experience? On a rebuilding team that won't be good again, probably till his contract is done, no. Stanley Cup experience isn't really helping that much. When the team starts making the playoffs again, that changes. But for now, my opinion, no, that's not a reason. Should he stay because he's a local French player? No. But that's an okay reason early on in a rebuild, because it might bring fans into the stands, and it could be a reason Montreal hangs on to him through the rest of his contract. Maybe, I don't know, but it could, in Montreal, that could draw fans without a doubt. Do you cut your losses and buy him out, or move him? So I say buy him out with 3 years left on his deal? No, never. Too much penalty against the cap, so that's not a realistic option. Moving him could prove difficult. First off, he's injured, so he's out another 7 weeks or so, and might not return by the deadline. And I don't think, if he doesn't return by the deadline, I don't see how you move him at the deadline. Secondly, with so much term left on his deal, he wouldn't be a rental, and you'd probably need the time that the offseason provides to make a deal happen. You'd have to retain salary, which Montreal has said it won't do, or sell at a huge loss, like having to sweeten the deal in order for another team to move him. And then that's like being a buyer when you want to be a seller. So as much as I'd say, yes, move him, it might not be the best way to go. So the ultimate question, does he survive a rebuild? Or, to put it in a different way, does he stay because he helps the team tank, which ultimately helps the rebuild? So I say he stays for at least one season on the rebuild, right? The first season of the rebuild. If he's bad, it helps in the tank, kind of like it is this year. And if he suddenly gets good, just you try to trade him about as fast as you can. By keeping him around in a rebuild while he's in decline plays to Montreal's agenda, in my opinion. You probably won't get much back for him right now either if you try to trade him. So if you can't sell high and he helps the immediate mission of tanking, then yeah, I really think he survives the rebuild. And quite frankly, I kind of think the local French player, I think that works for him here in what's going on here now too. So yeah, I kind of think David Savard survives for at least one season and probably two. And then when he's got 1 year left on that deal, I think you could probably move him either at the deadline or something like that. Like, I think at that point you could. And there you go. Let me know what you think in the comment section about what you would do with David Savard going into the trade deadline, remembering that he is injured and it might be tough to move him like that. Let me know what you guys come up with. And yeah, that's it. So that's it. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell. And hey, check out that video up there in the corner.